There's the gong. You know what time it is. NFL Week 3. Football and comic books. Ceasefire Sunday. I only have 2 questions for you.
Who's ready for some football? Football!
That's question 1. Question number 2.
So, do you enjoy comic books?
That's what this show is all about. Football and comic books and football. The only place where you're going to get the mix, and we do it the best. Ceasefire Sunday, Week 3. We're going to get into it today, guys. But first, before we start getting into the sports scores, the news, the recaps, the recommendations, the highlights, Chris's picks, Lisa Noble's sick covers, pick of the week, before we jump into the show. Listen, guys, I usually don't do rants. I stepped out from the rant business. Occasionally, your boy would drop a rant every once in a while, but God damn it, if you're a Raider fan,
no, you done fucked up, don't you?
What the hell is going on? We have an 87-year-old coach who's running the show, a first-round stud in Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, another first-round stud. We have pieces, but we just can't. We got a boy, Geno Smith, getting slapped around more times than Doughboy Mama slapping him around.
What you hit me for? Why you hit me?
Yo, Dope, why she hit you?
God, why? Because he gets sacked 6 times in the game? What's going on with my boys? I'll tell you what's going on. We got a coach that's 97 years old. And shame on you, Pete Carroll.
Shame. Shame.
I just don't do the rants, guys, but God damn it. Slapped around out there, guys. It's a joke. We're a joke right now again. We're back to being a joke. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm here to call it as it is, and I got my guy waiting backstage, Chris the Comic Vet. We're going to get into it. So we're getting slapped around, and I had to get it off my chest.
What is the 5 fingers say to the face?
What?
Slap!
Yeah, we're a joke again. You're a joke. Hey, Razor. This fucking guy again. Hey, man, you're back to being a joke again, bro. I know. I'm watching it. I'm watching the game. Yeah, that was it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to count on my guy, Chris the Comic Vet, to help me with the football today. Because here's what happened, guys. I'm going to be straight up real with you. It was after it was 24-10. I shut the game off. I have my daughter. It was her birthday. We started watching a Karate Kid run. She's doing karate. She's it's self-defense classes. So we Karate Kid. And I don't know what's going on in the football world. I'm going to rely heavily on my guy, Chris the Comic Vet. So let's get the show on the road. We got people that's in the chat here today. Lovely people. We're going to shout them out because I really appreciate you stopping by and spending your Sunday with this guy right here crying about his Raiders. Go ahead. Make fun of me in the chat. Let me hear it. I'm okay with it to a certain degree. But I got my guy waiting backstage. So God damn it. Let's get the show on the road. Are you ready? Because I'm ready.
Fox Golden.
Let's go then. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the man of the hour, the 3-0, the champ of the week, on a high note, Chris the Comic Vet, ladies and gentlemen. This man right here, let's bring him to the stage properly. Let's get away to that ugly. view and get the right view going. Here he is, guys. The champ, 3-0, brother. I'm going to give you a real clap right there because you deserve not the fake pumped in clap, but
You good, bro? You good?
I'm hanging in there, man.
So for those that are joining Ray and I, again, Ceasefire Sunday. Ray and I communicate throughout the week, and usually on game day, when Ray refers to them as the morning games, I refer to them as the 1 o'clock games. As they're happening, we're really getting a flavor of how Sunday is shaping up. So I put together a short little list for talking points that possibly Ray and I could talk about. One of those talking points are the fact that the Las Vegas Raiders will go nowhere with Geno Smith as their quarterback. 2 years, they're handcuffed to $75 million guarantee throughout those 2 years. They are in trouble. Not only are they in trouble with Geno, they haven't drafted well for the offensive line. They have all pro pieces. Max Crosby, Giante, who needs to learn how to block because right now he's leaving Geno out to hang.
Which play's being called? Yeah.
Brock Bowers, all pro tight end, future of the tight end position in the NFL. They have pieces, excellent pieces. I like that you aged up the coach from 87 to 97. I can appreciate that. When things go wrong, you look at your coach and you let him have it. And the quickest way is because he's a senior citizen to age him the hell up. But in all seriousness, Ray,
That's me. Both.
the coach is in much better shape than you and I. So we got to take it easy with slamming him for his age.
No.
But no, the Raiders. If the Raiders finish 500, and this is not an insult to you, Ray. If the Raiders finish 500,
Yeah.
I think that's a victory because it's a step forward from where they were.
Exactly. It's not an insult. That's high praise, bro.
Yeah.
It's high praise, man. That's what Nick Cage would say. High praise, Raiders at 500. So, man, that is high praise.
Derek.
Shout out to the chat. Again, I appreciate you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, all are welcome to the show. This is a community welcoming hangout. It is Ceasefire Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. So, first off, thank you for stopping by. Happy Sunday. I hope you're enjoying your day. And all are welcome.
All are welcome. All are welcome.
First off, we got Lisa Noble who's stopping by.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Here we go. We have Steven Spock who's in the building. I love you, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by, my guy.
Welcome to the fucking show.
And of course, Derek Neiman, this guy right here, a stud. This stud muffin right here. I want to thank you for being a friend, brother.
Thank you for being a friend.
You guys are amazing. And this person right here is a very beautiful person. Love you, madam. Thank you so much for stopping by and supporting me. You're awesome.
Welcome to the fucking show.
Guys, we have Chris the Comic Vet. I'm Razor Comics. This is Ceasefire Sunday. We are going to get into the day's craziness. I am relying heavily on Chris the Comic Vet because I was depressed after watching the game. Like I said before, I stood down and watched some Karate Kid, enjoyed my Sunday because I was not enjoying it. I was getting in a mood, and I did not like that. So, I stopped it and took a little break. But that doesn't mean that you guys get caught up. And so let's get you guys caught up with the sports scores, the Ceasefire Sunday scoreboard. That way you know what's happened and you're caught up with today's games. So Ceasefire Sunday scoreboard. Let's get it going. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a huge favor while you're here. Smash the like button, drop a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and Razor Comics for more craziness. Hanging out with this gentleman here, Chris, the Comic Vet. We're just having fun on a Sunday. We call it Ceasefire Sunday. We put a little hashtag in front of it that helps get it out in front of the kids. The kids like the hashtags. So we're going to go ahead and get these scores underway. Give me one moment. I'm going to back up here and do this properly. Give this the proper respect because I'll be honest with you guys. I put a lot of time and effort into this bad boy, and I have some background music that I want to play as I read the scores, which sounds pretty cool. So check this out. We'll play a little score background music. If it's a little too loud for you, let me know. But we're going to go ahead and get this thing kicked off here, ladies and gentlemen. First game today.
Well, let's talk about this shocker. Again, the joke franchise of the NFL pulls off a miracle walk-off field goal to end the game, 13-10. Packers defense was incredible, but guess what? Cleveland's got a defense too. They're not the joke of the NFL. Their defense is onto something. And it just goes to show that, hey, Cleveland is not going to be an easy W on your schedule if you're playing them this year. They walked off, and the Packers are left crying. So yeah, this is a game that ruined any kind of action, as far as I'm concerned. If you're just taking the spread or a straight up W, you had some parlay losses.
Some parlay losses, as my man said, 10-13. Packers hanging in close over the Browns, but this is the definition of the week, as my man Chris was giving me the tips of the week. 13-10. Defensive game. Defense is the definition of the week, guys. The highlight, the topic of the week. Next game up, we got the Colts and the Titans. 41-20, a 40-burger. Colts dropping to the Titans. I thought this would be a lot closer, but the Colts have dominated the Titans, to my surprise. The last 4 games in a row have been all Colts. Add another one. 5 games in a row over the Titans. 41-20, Chris. Colts coming up big.
If you would have said to me, Chris, which team is going to be taking the first overall pick, I would have said the Indianapolis Colts. At this point now, the Colts are looking like they put the passing of their former owner Tim Irsay behind them, and they're now rallying around his daughter and her being on the sidelines and taking everything for real. Daniel Jones has saved his career for the first 3 games of this season. He's making the New York Giants look silly with what he's doing now with the Indianapolis Colts. This is mind-blowing that the Colts are not just winning, they're winning handily.
Heavily, ladies and gentlemen. Next game up, we have Bengals at the Vikings. Bengals only mustering 10 points underneath Browning, as Chris was predicting last week. 48 Vikings. Wow. Amazing explosion of points from the Vikings. I didn't watch this game. I don't know if this is the defense of 2 or 3 touchdowns, but 48-10 either ways. Bengals, Vikings.
This game wasn't even close when it started at 0-0. Carson Wentz marched the Vikings down the field. He scored in the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game. Wentz was so good today, he didn't even play in the 4th quarter. He is the 2nd string quarterback on the franchise. The 3rd string went in. The 4th string went in. The 3rd string went in the 4th quarter, and the Bengals still couldn't do anything. The Bengals are in serious, serious trouble. Their coach is going to find himself on the unemployment line rather quickly, in my opinion.
Carson Wentz skips the 4th quarter like you used to skip second lunch and just head straight home in senior year of high school.
Also true.
Next game up, we have Steelers and Patriots. Steelers at the Patriots. 21-14, impressive game. I thought it would be a lot closer. It was. This was a great showing, 21-14. It shows that Aaron Rodgers still has it, even though the young man playing for the Patriots, what's his name, May, I can't see from here, but he actually had a better game, bigger day than Aaron. Aaron had a great game, but ended up winning at the end, 21-14, Steelers over the Patriots.
I do believe firmly that both of these franchises will be about 500 throughout the season. However, this game did have some good fantasy value if you participate that way. Like Ray was saying, Drake May actually put up solid numbers, and Rodgers as well. However, both these franchises, they're going to struggle to make the playoffs if they even see the playoffs.
All right. Next game up, Rams and Eagles did not disappoint. High-scoring game, 26-33. Eagles end up soaring at the end. Eagles showing up that they are the real deal. Don't overlook them as being their NFC favorite. They're showing that even they can repeat back-to-back Super Bowl champs. They have it in them. 33-26. What probably the game of the week, some might say so far. Very good game, and they show that both teams still have what it takes to have some fireworks in them. Rams not giving up, but Eagles pulled it off at the end, Chris. 33-26.
They did. This is a game of turnovers. Turnovers are costly, and these two powerhouse franchises, right? As you know, I can see them meeting again in the playoffs. This is a game that I watched today, and it was fantastic.
Next game on the docket was the Jets and the Bucks, ladies and gentlemen. Jets and Bucks, that game ended up 27-29, coming up in a thriller. 27-29, Baker Mayfield, some of us would have passed on him. I did when he was with the Browns. I told him get rid of him. He's a joke. Unfortunately, he proved me wrong. Fortunately for him, he's doing great out there in Tampa Bay. Jets 27-29. At least the Jets showing that they have some offense still, Chris, and it's not a 9-12 point offense. They're putting up some double-digit points in the 20s now, and that's good for them.
Again, turnovers are costly in this game, but in the end, in the final drive, the Bucks got the ball back, marches down the field, and field goal won the game. They walked off, and the Jets sent back home, crying at 0-3. Now the Jets find themselves.
A lot of teams sit themselves in 0-3, and that's one of them. Climbing out of an 0-3 hole, odds of that making the playoffs are pretty much nil. Your season's pretty much done. Next game on the docket's Raiders and Commanders, and we can pretty much skip over this game. God damn it, 24-41. Head coach, 137 years old, and it looks like it. The play out there was horrible from the offense to the defense. Missed tackles, special teams, not covering. Where can I start? From the quarterback on down, it's just a shit show. Look at the Raiders next year to pick up the first pick of the draft.
And the sad part of what Ray is going on about is the fact that Mariota was the starting quarterback for the Commanders. As their starting quarterback, the young man was actually out today. This is just not a good day for Vegas. Not a good day.
No, that one Mariota made us look silly. Next game up, Falcons and Panthers. Talking about being look silly. 0. We call that a goose egg around these parts. 30-0. Panthers just put a whooping on the favorites. Falcons, if you're into that type of thing, were favored by 5.5 points, believe it or not. I'm sure they busted up some people's days. Not even scoring, getting on the board, got to be embarrassing, Chris.
I'm like I mentioned to you earlier when you and I were communicating, I'm a firm believer at this point now, Penix has to come back out, and the most expensive backup in the entire NFL needs to go in and start and see what he can do over a span of 3 or 4 games, because you do not put a goose egg up in today's NFL, especially when kickers can kick 50 yards easily at this point, or you're not even making an NFL roster. This is a disaster in everything, in every way, shape, or form. This is a disaster, especially with a young quarterback leading Carolina. This is absolutely a joke, because all I heard all along was the Falcons are going to be the dark horse darlings. They are going to make the playoffs. They're going to be someone special. I'm sorry, not with the quarterback play that I've seen over the first 3 games.
Beat me up, Scotty. Penix done. Bring in Captain Kirk. If you ask the coaching staff after the game, they're saying that no, they're still riding with their boy Penix. So we will see how later on the week develops, because you know how that changes as you get closer.
Yeah.
Feelings start to change. What happens is players start to talk, chatter starts to develop, and we'll see what happens during the week. But 0-30, there's your final score with the Falcons and Panthers. Crazy games going on this week. There's still some afternoon games that are happening around the league right now. Last game on the docket, I do believe here, is Texans and Jaguars, was 10-17. Texans hanging in there, Jaguars 17, low-scoring game. Jaguars 10, Texans 17. I don't know what to say about this game, Chris.
I was really hoping that Stroud was going to be moving past his sophomore jinx that kind of ruined the franchise last year, because CJ Stroud was phenomenal in his rookie year. They made the playoffs. But at this point now, they're seriously going to need to start considering, do we need the backup to go in? Because CJ Stroud does not look good in any way, shape, or form. You can blame the O-line, you can blame the coach, but the young man just doesn't have confidence. This is not the same CJ Stroud that I watched play for Ohio State as a Buckeyes fan. The Jaguars, to me, are just one of those 500 teams at best. And the Jaguars today showed them who's boss. This score is actually a lot closer than how the Texans actually played.
And there you have it. There's your Ceasefire Sunday scoreboard.
But the one thing I want to spotlight, Ray, is our friend Derek just dropped in the comments. Meanwhile, Caleb is having an incredible day. The Bears are not just beating the Dallas Cowboys. They are stomping the Dallas Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb got hurt. Caleb is looking terrific. Dak is overthrowing into the 100 level in the red zone, throwing out souvenirs into the crowd instead of throwing to his wide receivers. It's just not good right now for the Cowboys. And
Oh man.
CJ Stroud, it's as a Buckeyes fan, I hate to see it, but he is going in the wrong direction with a whole lot of talent at the wide receiver position.
Wow. Yeah. What a year makes, man. From even last year, he was a high on a lot of people's fantasy chart.
CJ Stroud had 2 interceptions today, just got over 200 yards throwing and a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, no touchdowns, 222 yards. His day wasn't good at all, but you can't be throwing two touchdowns, two interceptions and expect to win the game.
One thing that I want to circle back to that I noticed, because I like a good over, right? And last week there was a lot of games that went over. This week I was looking at the overs, and I noticed there's a lot of scores or total points that are around 40, mid 40s. There's a lot of good defense, and one of them that I have to admit is probably the best defensive team in the league is the Cleveland Browns. The Browns defense, guys, is no joke. What they did to the Green Bay Packers was just phenomenal, man. The Packers are a great team. Let's not kid you. The score it is what it is, but that has to attribute to that damn Browns defense. Those dogs are out there getting out that bone boy, because the defense this week really shined. And if I have got to pick a number one defense, is definitely the Cleveland. I don't want to see the Cleveland Browns. If the Cleveland Browns make the playoffs and you got to play the Cleveland Browns, that's a team that you do not want to see in the playoffs. That defense can shut you down. And then what's going to happen is that it's going to be one of these low scoring games, and then it's anybody's game. Flacco could come in there, and all of a sudden, magic, baby. So the Browns defense, man, is what shined out to me. The defense definitely ruled the day. I have to admit that.
And shout out to James Conner. I think James Conner's career may have ended today. He had a horrific leg and knee injury playing with the Arizona Cardinals today against the 49ers. And I've seen some gruesome ones, and Ray, I'm sure you've seen some gruesome ones as well, being a Raiders fan. But with James Conner at this point of his career, being an elder statesman running back, I can't see him coming back at this point from what happened to him today. It might not be that bad after a day or two when swelling that comes down, but that's one of the worst ones I've seen in a long time, and I just don't see where the Cardinals go from here. Kyler Murray did not look good today, throwing to Marvin Harrison, underthrew them, overthrew him. Harrison wasn't catching things that were even remotely in his vicinity. I watched a good portion of that game as well. I think Arizona, they're going to have to hit that reset button or strongly consider it in the near future, especially with losing a big fantasy workhorse like James Conner, who I think this year is gone for sure. This year is now gone.
Yeah, it's too bad because he signed an extension in the offseason to an extra 2 years, $3.5 million. So they did pay him, give him an extension. So that's sad to see. Speaking about rebooting, man, the Raiders, holy shit, bro. I don't know where to start. It does not look good. It looks like we're going to be stacking up draft picks. Some of the choices that were even made were kind of questionable at first. I kind of like, well, maybe the Amari Cooper situation where we traded for Amari Cooper. I thought that was weird. And then he retired. I was like, that's kind of odd. Not paying Jacoby Myers, despite him being one of the best wide receivers, our number one wide receiver. He hasn't dropped anything at all that's been thrown to him since last year. The guy is amazing. So there's just been some questionable calls already early on. And now that we're 1-2 in the way that we've been playing, it does not look good against a backup quarterback. God damn it. I hate to pull the trigger and say, let's reboot and let's completely. I don't know what we're going to do with our offense. We can't run the ball, and we have a first-round pick. We have one of the best supposedly runners in the game, and we can't run the ball. I don't know what we're going to do. Like, I have no idea. It's frustrating as a fan.
So let's dissect this just for a sec. Let's dissect this for a little bit.
Yeah.
So Gino today was 19 completions, 289 throwing yards, and 3 touchdowns. Giante ran 17 times, only getting 63 yards as long as was 18. And for receiving, it was Tucker. Tucker had 3 touchdowns, 145 yards. Great for fantasy if anyone actually were to consider picking him up. Myers, who I have on a couple teams, only had 3 receptions, 63 yards, as long as being 45. So he had one good reception. Brock Bowers had 4 receiving yards for 38, no touchdowns. But the story of the day was just a collapse for defense. Geno didn't have any picks, but was running for his life. The offensive line for the Raiders is where they need to start. Again, I'm one that says I think the Raiders, if they're drafting in the top 10, they need to take the best quarterback available in the first round this year, and then offensive linemen for second, third, maybe even that 4th round, and then try and pick up some fill some defensive holes the best that you can. Because right now, doesn't matter who the quarterback is, he shouldn't be running for his life the way that Geno was today. But I am just not one that thinks that Geno Smith is the quarterback to carry the Raiders over the next couple of years through what I'm now referring to as the Tom Brady era. When you have that kind of excellence as a part of the ownership group, Geno Smith can't be your quarterback, especially at $75 million for what's left on his contract. And they actually gave him an extension when they got him from the Seahawks.
Exactly. Well, he was the most accurate quarterback, or some shit like that was that was what they were touting in the offseason. Like, we got one of the most accurate quarterbacks. The way I looked at it is like we had Derek Carr all over again. Basically, that's what we signed. We had Derek Carr, and what we did is went out and signed another Derek Carr. Geno Smith is a more durable Derek Carr to me. Derek Carr is one of those guys who would get sacked. He would hate it. He hates to get hit. All quarterbacks do. Geno Smith to me is just a more durable Derek Carr. That's what. When I look at Geno Smith, I'm looking at Derek Carr. It's like, God damn it, we had Derek Carr. What are we doing? We're it's frustrating, man. But I appreciate you, looking out for me and filling me in, because it's rough right now, guys. If you're a Raider fan, it's tough living, guys. If you're watching the game like I was, you saw my boy getting slapped up. It was a shame.
Shame.
As I said earlier, it reminded me of Doughboy, man, out there getting slapped around by his mama.
What you hit me for? Why you hit me?
Yo, Doe, why she hit you?
Why she hit you for, Doe? Why she hitting you for?
Ray, I don't have the amount of times that Geno's been hurried into 3 games that he's played, but he's been sacked 7 times in 3 games. By comparison, Josh Allen has been sacked like 3 times in the last 2 seasons.
Oh, that's
what the Raiders need right now for the fact that they don't have a strong offensive line is a mobile quarterback, and Geno Smith is not a mobile quarterback. Today, even though he was running for his life, he only rushed twice and gained 5 yards off those 2 rushes. They haven't had a running quarterback. I'll say that Michael Vick kind of he'll crank the ball 50 yards down the field, no problem, but will run like the wind. In today's NFL, you need a quarterback that's not afraid to scramble and run and put up 20 to 30 yards a game, and they don't have that with Geno.
Ted, what'd you say? 30 yards. Man, you sound like a real pirate right there for a minute. He
had decent numbers, 3 touchdowns, 289 yards, but by comparison, Marcus Mariota only threw the ball 15 times, 207 yards, 1 touchdown, but won easily, 41-24. That's saying a lot. Again, and Marcus Mariota technically is barely the second stringer. He ended up there kind of because they were scrambling, because like they were fine with Jaden Daniels, right? Like there's no one that's going in there. So whoever wants an easy paycheck and Mariota just happened to be unemployed, went in there. It's not like he's been a Washington Commander, former Redskin for his entire career. He's a journeyman backup, like Carson Wentz, who also had a fantastic day today.
Oh man, these fucking studs, bro. Everybody's looking like a studs except for my guy. God damn it, it's horrible. And your team is looking great, man. I had some reservations about the Bills. I'll be honest with you.
Yep.
3-0. I mean, you guys are fucking 3-0, and you got to enjoy it since Thursday. That's what's so great about the 3-0 that you're living right now. The 3-0 that you're living has been going on since Thursday. That's a great place to be, bro.
Yeah, and the good thing is when it comes to Sunday football, I can just pick and choose what I want, red zone it out, or just pick and choose like which quarterback I want to watch play kind of thing. So I was bouncing a little bit, and I stuck around. Depending on the time of the day, I was dedicating a good 15, 20 minutes worth of time to certain games. But the Bills, the interesting thing about the Bills being 3-0 now is we have two teams that are officially 0-3 in the division and one that's 1-2. The Bills have opened up a sizable difference in the division, and we're only three games in, and that's saying a lot. The one thing I'd like to say jokingly is, Ray, you and I talked about coaches that might be on the hot seat, and Mike McDaniel is one of them. But the Bills are smart. They knew that they could go in, that they could go into Thursday night's game and just let Miami, get destroyed. Hang a 40 on them, 40-0, 50-7, something like that. But the Bills are smart. They don't want McDaniel to get fired because they want to play him one more time later on in the season. So we'll just beat them by 10 points to make it look like, he's not that bad. They're not that bad. But they're bad. They're bad.
Speaking of who was smart as well, was Washington, bro. They completely redid their offense for Mariota. They ran a lot and had some interesting run concepts, different than they run with Daniels for Derek Neiman. Interesting comment, Derek. And you make an interesting point as well in that comment, because they basically just exposed our defense, bro. They showed that you can run against us. So they looked at what they have, which is a running quarterback, a running backup, and they looked at what they can do against the Raiders, and it was just a chess match. That's all it was. Look at us. They got Max Crosby. They got some edge rushers that like to get to the quarterback. Oh, guess what we're going to do? We're just going to run the ball down your throat, and there's nothing that you can do about it, and you know it. And that was sad to see, man. And as you can see, it opened up everything else. Everything else just opened up. It didn't matter if Mariota was fumbling down the ball, dropping it down the block. It didn't matter, man, because it opened up so much. It exposed the Raiders for what they were, and it was just not a good team. Not a good team.
Just because Mariota is a backup on an NFL team doesn't mean he's not a starting caliber quarterback. He has won a Heisman. He has gone deep into playoffs before. Mariota is a very talented quarterback that's had some significant injuries that have curtailed his career throughout. But again, it was like Derek said, it was excellent coaching. Like, again, I mentioned off the top, the Raiders have a lot of excellent pieces, but that doesn't mean that right now they're gelling as a team. But it's not over for the Raiders. It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Get off the cliff, as they say. Get off the road.
It's not over yet. You're not playing the Chiefs next week. It's not over yet.
Right, exactly. Hey guys, we have Chris's picks. We have the Lisa Noble pick of the week all coming up. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. This is the Football and Comic Book Ceasefire Sunday. I have my guy Chris the Comic Vic. I am Razor Comics. Thank you for stopping by. Please smash a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We really do appreciate it. But before we get into the Chris's picks, before we get into the comic book second half, if you will, of the show, we have to do a little bit of we call it
Skipping?
I think you're sleeping.
I'm skipping. You want me to jerk you off?
Ladies and gentlemen, first off, thank you to the beautiful people here, the comic book gurus, Team Guru, Cheap Comic Collector, Derek Neiman, my mama, Head Cutter, Lisa Noble. We love you. Thank you so much. $2.99 a month supports the channel. It does help out. Please consider becoming a member to the channel. Speaking of channels, I have one here for you to check out. This guy next to me down below, his name is Chris the Comic Vet. There's his channel, YouTube. You can go in and punch that link down there. It's going to take you to this man's page, tell you all about him. He does a show every Wednesday. I forget what time it is. Chris, can you tell me about that show?
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Show Us What You Got. It's a live New Comic Book Day hangout where people come on and talk about the brand new books that they just picked up for New Comic Book Day, or new books brand new to their PC that they want to show off and have some laughs with the gang that's hanging out there. It's an open invitation to anyone and everyone come on and have a nice time. Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Ray.
Absolutely. And it's a community show, like my man says. Everybody's welcome. You all are welcome.
All are welcome. All are welcome.
Speaking of everybody being welcome, guys, we have something that's coming back. This is episode 6 of something that I love to put together. I try to do it once a month. It's been a while. Your boy had to take some time off, but your boy is back, ladies and gentlemen. The best comic book haulers that you need to watch on YouTube. I have assembled, if you will. Assemble to me. How are the fucking phrases go? I have assembled the team, is what I'm saying here, guys, is what I'm trying to get to. I got a team together, right? Who's my team? Well, here we go. We got CMS, the comic vet, that's going to be dropping by. We have my guy, Fable, one collection down, Station, Sheep the comic collector, Rob, love you, brother, Angel Hunter 78 from Whatnot. Check him out. And if you guys know the comic community, this is one of those guys that you'll run into. His name is Matt. He's from Heroes Hire Comic Club. These people are going to be stopping by next Saturday, same time as another show that happens. But if you guys have some moment, please check us out. Saturday, 11 a.m. That's my time here, and in the West Coast. And we're just going to be showing off some comic books, guys. That's all we're going to be doing. We're going to be taking turns showing off our hauls, whether it's the best haul, whether it's a new comic book day haul. We're going to be showing off some books. So that's what we're going to do. We get caught up. It's been a while since I talked to some of these individuals. So we're going to talk. We're going to get caught up. Then we're going to take some turns showing off our books. So please stop by if you like some comic books. CMS Comic Vet, he puts together something that's always special for the show. If you've seen him last time, I had my guy down here, Comic Vet, with us on the show as well, Chris. He does something that's special. So look for that. When he says, I'm going to bring you, Razor, a haul, he brings a haul. I'm not just saying something, books to look at. He does some music that's editing that's done to his videos that are amazing. So I can't wait. I'm excited. Look for us next Saturday, guys. It's back. The haulers, son. And I would be remiss if I didn't play our little intro that was put together for the show. Stop by, guys. We'll have fun. We're going to have an amazing time. Really appreciate you. Also, we're going to keep mentioning this every week, guys. Every week, I'm going to keep mentioning it. I'm going to keep bringing it up. This is something that happens every year, and it's coming. It's coming soon. It's Comic Curing Cancer. It's happening the 24th to the 26th. It's right around the corner. Please check out what you can do to help out. Please stop by during that week. It's Comic Curing Cancer, C3. All the proceeds go to American God damn it, I can get this right. American Cancer Society. Got it. Thank you, sir. That's why you're the best co-host in the business. So please, just check out the page. This is the Instagram page. All the information's there. I'm going to mess it up, but just go look at the page. That's it. Comics Curing Cancer, C3. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you've been waiting for this second half of the show. It is time for this gentleman's here. Chris Picks. We put together a nice little intro. So let's play it for him so that way he can gather his thoughts. And let's get this comic book portion underway. Guys, Ceasefire Sunday. It's time for Chris's Picks. Okay, Chris, I'm going to let you take it away.
Okay, so Ray's got spotlighted here. The first DC Marvel crossover that we've had basically in a generation. Deadpool and Batman. I don't know if I would have made Deadpool the main Marvel character. Maybe Spider-Man, Batman, maybe Wolverine, Batman. But hey, Deadpool is popular. Why not? And let me tell you, it was a lot of fun. This book features a whole lot of superstar writers and artists come together for a collection of short stories. And the Deadpool Batman one was a lot of fun, but the one that I kind of enjoyed was Jeff the Land Shark and Crypto where they were having fun with each other in a no words, silent story, nothing but artwork, and it was a whole lot of fun. Kevin Smith had a story in here with Green Arrow and Daredevil. It was excellent as well. This is one of these books that I think everyone should have in their PC just because there's a whole lot of fun variants, including this one right beside us here, Art Germ doing Catwoman and Magic. But let me tell you, I was kind of worried that the stories were going to be silly because they're only going to be short format.
Right.
No, they were terrific, concise, to the point, not overdone, not underdone. There's a whole lot of fun in them as well, especially Deadpool meeting the Joker in the Deadpool Batman story. I recommend this one. It's a whole lot of good fun. I hope that Marvel and DC does this again soon and not wait an entire generation to have a crossover event like this kind of fun.
That's awesome, man. Because I was a little worried about the storytelling. So to know that there's actually a good story underneath those 147 variant covers, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. Amazing covers, a lot of sick covers. One of them, my favorite, other than this art germ, was that Scotty Young. I thought it was cute.
That's the one I end up going with. I didn't go crazy with the variants just because, it can be expensive, and it was a little bit more of a heavier new comic book day this week. So I went with this one just because Batman looks really cheesed up and Deadpool's just kind of like, all right, buddy, good for you. Good for you.
That's a sick cover, bro. Definition of that. Nice, man. Yeah. Pick up the Batman Deadpool series, Deadpool Batman. It looks like it's a good read, and covers look fun to collect. Next of Chris's picks. Chris, what do you got for me? Next one up.
So the next pick is a very serious book. The creator, writer, and artist, so this man is handling this entire series himself, is Szymon Kudranski. Kudranski has a little bit of a resume working with Image Comics, including doing some work for Todd McFarlane on Spawn. This book was forecasted to me a while ago, so I already had it set up during FOC. I didn't want to miss out on it because as someone that grew up during the Cold War, I enjoy Cold War stories. This story is right in the middle of it all. So in your mind's eye, if you can picture Alaska and the former Soviet Union, they actually are very close to touching each other. So this story says for a short amount of time during the cold part of the year, there's an ice bridge that actually connects America to the former Soviet Union. Because there are certain words that you can't say on YouTube, something terrible happens on the ice bridge. And both the Soviet Union and the United States sends detectives to try and figure out what happened on that ice bridge. And it goes from there. I'm not going to say it's a political thriller, but there is a lot of political overtones because you have the former KGB, you have the FBI dealing with each other, both trying to represent both of their great nations and trying to figure out what kind of crime or who did what in this bad crime that happened here. No Man's Land is something that I think everyone who enjoys well-written, intelligent comic books needs to have on their pull list. And if you do happen to pick this up, tag the creator Szymon Kudranski on Instagram. He'll actually reach out to you like he did with me. So I was kind of surprised that the artist writer of No Man's Land reached out to me. But he put together a great first issue. I'm really excited to see what happens with the second issue because, again, I do enjoy a good crime noir thriller with it being set on that ice bridge between the United States and USSR, and which one of them feels that they actually have the land stake to deal with the crime. And they're also already at this point finger pointing at each other that the other country is the reason why the crime was committed. Thank you.
I'm very excited, very happy that you picked up this read. I'll be honest with you, sir. I skipped over it. I completely looked over it last week when I was flipping through the covers and I was looking for the thick covers, bro. These covers are amazing. And when you sent me the picks of the week, I went back to last week to pick up the covers so I could do for the set them up for the slideshow. And I started to read through the synopsis and I was like, wow, this is an amazing story. I can't believe that I completely overlooked it. So I am glad that you picked it up. Extremely happy for you because this seems like this is going to be one of those good reads for a long time, might even be adapted. You don't know. Hang on to it. But thank you for breaking that down so brilliantly. Thank you. That was amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, those are Chris's picks. Thank you so much, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Football and Comic Book Ceasefire Sunday. The comic book train has not stopped. We're going to keep it moving today. Of course, we have Chris's picks where he's going to give you the local comic book read, things that you might want to pick up and read, actually open up, consume your brain, get that knowledge going. But we have some people out there that I call my flippers that might look for a sick cover, bro. Something that you can pick up, look at, maybe flip, or just hold on to and put on your apartment wall like I do, so that way you can press all the beautiful women that come over. So what I have for you today, of course, is the Sick Covers Pro. The only way we do it is with Lisa Noble. Lisa Noble is somebody I follow in the comic community, and this is the only way I can do it. I have reached out to the best people in the business. Kristen Comic Vet, when it comes to comic book knowledge. Got Lisa Noble when it comes to the sick covers. So I'm trying to get the best of the best for you guys. That's what I'm doing for you guys. The best of the best of the best.
We're here because you're looking for the best of the best of the best, sir.
That's what I do. I scary them for you. I bring them to you. So I reached out to Lisa Noble. This week, it's all Lisa Noble covers, guys. That's all I'm giving you this week. It's all Lisa Noble covers. I have nothing to do with it. I stepped away. There were so many sick covers. When I was looking through this, I was like, you know what? There's just too many. I'm going to reach out to Lisa. She gave me some sick covers, guys, including her pick of the week. So we're going to get into it. I have enhanced the pick of the week. I'm going to step away from the slideshow. This slideshow that I'm going to show you is going to look a little bit better. Got a little bit cool graphics for you. We're trying to give you some cool entertainment. So God dang it, smash the like button. And let's get into the sick covers, bro.
Dude, that is the craziest
Sickest shit you'll ever see.
Yes, let's do it. It is time for the sick covers of the week. Brought to you by Lisa Noble, and I have her.
There's a lot of great covers this new comic book day coming, so I'm very excited to see what she picked.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
This is not it. Hang on.
Well, really, Panocalypse? All right.
She's like, wait a minute. It's better than that, guys. It's better. I've enhanced it. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the pick of the week. First off, I got to make my screen big here so I can reach you what we have in front of you. I might even be able to see this.
Oh.
It's my layout here. Hang on. Let me get this layout right because I want to be able to read my screen here. Maybe I can't.
Want me to help you out? Okay.
Yeah, can you read it? Can you take it away from me?
Yeah.
I cannot read that.
So I was actually looking at this as well. This is Stake. Stake presents Jessamy. This is a local comic shop day 2025 early edition issue number 1. This is simply gorgeous. It started with a whisper, but in the mid 18th century, rumors of monsters eating slaves spread from an American tavern across the Atlantic in the hidden world of Stake, where vampires are real and secrecy is survival. Ancient enforcer Jessamy is sent to the new world to investigate tasks with protecting the fragile balance between humans and vampires. She must uncover the truth behind a plantation cloaked in blood and myth. Set 250 years before Angel Stake Beltran Stinson's story begins, Stake presents Jessamy, dives into the secret history of the hit series. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. This is, you may want to pick up a couple copies. One for the PC, one to get signed, and one to do with whatever you please. That is one hell of a choice. Lisa, I salute you.
Absolutely. This is not even the pick of the week. This is the one that she made sure that we had to throw in. She's like, hey, you know
This
what?
isn't the pick? Oh.
This is not even the pick of the week. This is just something that we had to throw in.
Oh my goodness.
We have to make sure we include this comic book. So Stake is coming out. Please take a look at it. Chris, thank you for taking it away. But we have a couple of sick covers for you. Here's how do you say this? Is it Pinopolis? How do you say
Pinocalypse? Pinocalypse, like apocalypse, but with pinup. So a Pinocalypse. Some people may say it different. That's how I say Pinocalypse. This is the 1 in 10 Sveta Shabina and Andy Tarasov connecting variants. And what a connecting variant they are.
Yes,
That is awesome. That is a nice pearl necklace the girl in red's wearing. I'm just going to say that.
How do you, hang on. I got to get this right because it's going to bother me.
Sure.
Panopolis. God damn it. Panopolis.
So like apocalypse. Panocalypse.
Like Apopolis, but Panopolis.
Sure.
All I know is boobies. So 1 in 10, $20 to cover. This website that I was forwarded, I do believe they might be sold out, but please look for these. These are 1 in 10s, $20 retail for these. But these look beautiful together if you can get the set for the connecting variants on these Panopolis.
And, they have been doing well in the secondary market. Panocalypse has had some fire covers.
Yes, and this is number 6 of the series, fire covers, but it's not quite the pick of the week. The pick of the week, ladies and gentlemen, is this bad boy here, brought to you by Lisa Noble, pick of the week. It's been approved for New Comic Book Day, September 24th. Number 6 of the same issue, but this is the 1 in 25 Shabina cover. This is a sick cover, guys. Beautiful, gorgeous cover. 2 ladies on this cover. This is a swimsuit cover that's next level, taking it to the absolute next level. These women are beautiful. This artist is hot. You got to get these covers because she is one of the artists that is hot right now. Outside of Mark Spears, the other S in this game is Shabina, and Shabina is killing it currently with this cover right here being Lisa Noble's approved pick of the week, Chris.
Yeah, Lisa's done a great job with this segment last week with that incredible Star Wars cover. And this week now, picking Panocalypse, the 1 in 25 ratio. Because, yeah, when I think of women in bikinis and a nuclear bomb going off behind them, I always picture them having a smoke. Yeah,
exactly.
Having a smoke, just relaxing. Like, screw that nuke.
Absolutely. If this lovely lady is telling you to pick these covers up, you might want to look at picking this up. $40 retail for this 1 in 25. I'm sure if you can pick it up, you might be able to flip it for a pretty penny afterwards. So look for this cover to be hot coming out on New Comic Book Day. Thank you so much, Lisa Noble. That is her approved pick of the week. Guys, it has been an amazing show today. I've been hanging out with this gentleman today, Chris the Comic Vet. There's one more game that's scheduled in the slate today. And it's one game that I hope goes sour for one team and goes great for the other. Of course, I'm talking about the Chiefs and the Giants tonight. Chris, Chiefs and Giants. I know we haven't even talked about this. I'm gonna throw it at you, man, because you are an expert. You are a professional, so I'm sure you're a quick thinker. But I'm gonna ask you to give me your prediction and the keys and the reason why. So, Chiefs, Giants, who's winning and why? Give it to us.
The Chiefs will win. Take the over. Again, I think it's going to be more than 4 touchdowns combined. But the Chiefs, they don't lose 3 in a row. It just doesn't happen. The fact that they've lost 3 in a row technically right now, when you factor in the Super Bowl loss and them going 0-2, this is the first time this has ever happened in Mahomes' professional career. Last time it happened is when he played in Texas Tech. And he's been a professional for, this is his 8th season, I believe. The Giants are just not that team. They're just not that team. They don't have that coach. In fact, like Ray and I talked about just a little while ago, we believe the Giants head coach is one of those that's on the hot seat that may lose his job in the middle of the season as well. They have a fantastic young wide receiver and Neighbors, but this is not going to go well for them tonight. The Chiefs are going to be fired up. They're going to be playing smart. They're going to be well-disciplined tonight. There's not going to be anything silly. No stupid penalties. They're going to play like the team that went to the Super Bowl last year. I don't know if this is a year that the wheels come off for the Chiefs, but this is not the game. The Giants are just too beatable for that to happen. The Chiefs are just too good. Just too good.
Yeah, so here's what I got to say to that. You're completely wrong.
I hope I am.
You're absolutely wrong. So let me break this down for you, Chris, the comic vet. Brother, I am sorry to say, but the Chiefs season is completely over. They are going to go 0-4 today, ladies and gentlemen. Mark it down.
0-3.
0-3, excuse me. 0-3. It's going to be such a bad beating that they're going to go 0-4. But I am going to tell you right now that they are done. And the reason why they're done is because Russell Wilson is going to bring that damage tonight, son. He's going to go back to the old Russell Wilson. He got a call. He got a call from his girl. And Sierra reached out to him. She said, Russ, you got to get it done. I believe Russell Wilson, honestly, all jokes aside, is going to have a big game. He's showed you that last game he still pulled out. The first game could have been just a fluke, man. Season, first game of the year. But I think Russell Wilson has tapped that youth, and he is going to, among tapping other things, but he is going to really shine tonight, guys. Look for Russell Wilson to throw for over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Might even have a big game running the ball tonight. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a high-scoring game, a lot higher than most people think. I got the Giants pulling it off 31-14, an upset. You guys get the Chiefs like, what the hell is going on? They have no offense. Giants are going to shut the Chiefs down. He has nobody to throw the ball to. Kelsey might have a good game. That's going to be it, though, guys. It's going to be shut down city tonight. We're going to see an 0-3 Chiefs get slapped around so bad, guys. He's not going to know what's going. He's going to be looking like Doughboy and his mama.
What you hit me for? Why you hit me?
Yo, dope. Why she hit you?
And
I only have one request, because you are the master of clipping pieces.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Next week, to begin the show, I'd like you to clip this segment where we just where we just talked about the evening game, America's Game of the Week on NBC.
Yeah.
That you Sunday Night Football. That you clip this, and that guy that says, "You sure about that?" You clip to whether I'm right or you're right, because you're saying that I'm wrong. I think you're crazy, but that's what's great about football. Either way, I hope Ray is right as a Bills fan, but I can't see it happening.
So, guys, enjoy the game. It starts in about 20 minutes, so please enjoy it. Enjoy it with your family. Hang out. Have a good time. We'll see you next week. Chris, anything you want to shout out? Anybody you want to mention before we get out of here?
Again, like Ray mentioned earlier, keep your eyes on Comics Curing Cancer. The deadline for sending stuff in is the middle of next month, which is only about 2 weeks away. Their goal is $55,000 for the American Cancer Society. Let's try and get to that goal for 2025. And just remember, I'm a Canadian saying all of that. So again, reach out to Rob's Fat Saxo Comics, DJ Links, or Mark from Legion Comics. If you have anything that you can afford to give up as a donation so they can try and raise some money off of it, I'm happy to help. Thank you, Ray.
And thank you, Chris, for stopping by. And everybody else, thank you, Derek, Lisa, Steven Spock, everybody who's in the chat, Madam, earlier today. We really appreciate you guys following us, this little show on Sunday. It really means a lot that you guys stop by and take an hour out of your day to hang out with us, goofballs, goof around with football and comic books. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, check you later.